Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bradley with BLE Firearms, and today we got another review. It is an American classic. It is the Henry H001 Carbine, chambered in 22 long rifle, 22 long, and 22 short. I picked this up about a month ago, and from the minute I walked it out the door, I wanted to get it on this review table. But unfortunately, over the past couple weeks, we've had a lot of bad storms, and I wasn't able to get a whole lot of footage in. But that's changed, and here we are now. So let's go ahead and jump right on in with the specs. We've got a barrel length of 18.5 inches, a total length of 36.25. Very, very lightweight, weighing in at just 5.25 pounds. It feeds from this tubular fixed magazine, which it holds quite a bit. 15 rounds of 22 long rifle, 17 of 22 long, and 21 of 22 short. It has very, very nice wooden furniture with a plastic butt pad. Very, very nice finish on the receiver and the barrel. Not so much on the magazine too, but we'll get into that later. It is, of course, lever action, and as a history major, I love this. For those of you who don't know, the lever action design dates back to the 1860s. Very, very, very nice. And it speaks numbers that such an old design is still going strong today. And it's very, 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 like I said, American classic, an icon of the West. Same with revolvers. It's got a adjustable rear sight, hooded fixed front sight. Its safety mechanism, since it doesn't really have a safety, it has a half cock. That's your safety. But if you want to disengage it, just kind of pull the trigger and work the hammer down. But be very careful when you do this, so you don't want to shoot something that doesn't need to be shot. It performed marvelously with multiple kinds of ammo. I wasn't able to try it in long. I don't even think they make long anymore. I was able to try it with the short Remington Golden bullets, Federal target, and some Aguila target, as well as some CCI mini-mags, both FMJ and hollow points, sorry. They all perform marvelously, no failures to feed. Oh, also I tried it with a couple rat shots. It was kind of interesting to see how that worked. But they all, like I said, perform marvelously, no failures to feed, no failures to eject. The only problem I've had with this gun so far is this fixed front sight. The hood over it just moves so easy. Look at that. I'm not putting any effort behind this, and it just falls right off. For such an old design, you'd think they would have something figured out for that. But I know they have that. They make that so easy to take off because you can put an optic on here, and this would get in the way of your optic. So they want it to be able to slide off easy. But it shouldn't slide off that easy. I've already lost it 3 times, and you'll notice in the upcoming shooting segments, and as well as one in the beginning, that it wasn't there. That's because I had lost it. Putting it in my car or taking it out of my car to fall on the ground, I have to look for an hour to find it. But speaking of shooting, let's go see how she did. Okay, 22 rat shot, 30 yards. Henry H001 fire. Okie dokie folks, welcome back to the review table. I hope you enjoyed our little shooting bit we just did. I felt the last one didn't have enough shooting, so I compensated and put a little bit more in this one. And again, I hope you enjoyed. Now we're going to finish off here with some final thoughts, give it a rating, some pros and cons, just a little bit of everything. And we're going to start off again with the cons first, like we did last time, because I don't like ending on a sour note. Now the first one, there are two. The first one, you know, I mentioned it earlier, it is how easy this stupid thing is to remove. You could just knock it up against any, or drag it up against anything, and it can just pop right off and you'll lose it. And it's very, very small, so it's kind of hard to find, especially in the dark. So that should probably be fixed. From a design standpoint, they should have done that many, many years ago. Next is the finish on, and this is the major one. This one is just like, I don't know why this is the way it is the finish, or lack thereof, on the magazine tube. You can't, I don't know how well you'll be able to see that, but there's a distinct difference in the way the finish is on this thing. Very, very nice finish again on the receiver and barrel. Horrible, horrible, horrible finish on the magazine tube. I say this not just from being able to feel it, but from experience. When I first picked this up, this is the first day I picked this up. We were driving in from Academy, and it was just pouring down rain. Absolutely awful. Thunderstorm coming in, there was a tornado watching the area, flash flood warning, it was awful. I get home, I did not want to bring this in because I didn't want to get the box all wet and get this all wet, so I decided to leave it in my car. In the morning, I come back, I bring it inside, and keep in mind, none of my windows are rolled down. Everything is sealed tightly. There's no way any water could have gotten in the car. And I bring this in, and I had inspected this firearm at Academy. It was standard procedure. They let you inspect your firearm. Everything was fine. No rust anywhere else. Nothing. Just as nice as whenever I looked at it first. Guide rod, coated in rust. I should have taken a picture of it. I don't know why I didn't think to do that, but it was just coated in rust. And that is just a big turnoff for me. And I feel like that's just a really lazy design flaw that can easily be fixed. I may have to just put a finish on that myself. But that's about it. That's about the only two problems I've had with it so far. And like I said, I've had it for about a month, and I've put over 600 rounds through it. And now on to the positives. I neglected to mention earlier how incredibly affordable these things are. You can usually find them under $300 just about anywhere that sells them. So they definitely won't be breaking the bank, and they are just incredibly, again, just a pleasure to shoot. You could sit there all day just plinking with your family. Maybe if you're a parent, bring your kids. This is a great rifle. Say you have a child and he wants to get into shooting, or you want to get him a rifle. This would be an amazing choice for a first rifle. Very, very easy to use, very, very accurate, very, very light, and just an all-around great, great piece of American history, American icon. And for my final grade, I give this rifle an 8.5 out of 10. And I know last time I had a scale of 1 to 100, but I'm just going to do a scale of 1 to 10 this time. The reason is like I said, no finish here. This thing is easy to remove and lose, especially in the dark. And the 8.5, the rest of the 85%, is just how amazing this rifle is. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like, hit the like button. If you dislike, hit the dislike button. It helps me too. Subscribe, tell your friends. This is BLE Firearms, over and out.